Hello and welcome to episode 48 of the Niche to Profit Show here on the Vegas Video Network. I love it, a round number again. You know, I get to have one of those round numbers every other show. It's a beautiful thing. It's an inside joke for those of you who know my OCD tendencies. I don't like odd numbers. All right. Today's show, we're going to give you the insider scoop on buying at thrift stores. And you are going to love this because my guest runs a local thrift shop here in Vegas, and she's got all kinds of juicy tidbits to share that you're not going to hear anywhere else. So we are going to do that in just a moment. I'll bring her on, and we're going to show you how to turn $3 into $175. Anybody down for that? Yeah, really. That's coming up in our hot sales segment. And of course, I cannot go without mentioning, I know it's all over social media. It's everywhere. I'm wearing the purple today in honor of Prince. Oh my gosh, there he is. Yeah, so shockingly sad. I suspect this guy ran himself into the ground trying to make his fans happy. Details coming soon. Somebody out on my timeline actually said, this must be what it felt like when Elvis died, you know, for another generation. So Prince, an icon of those of us who were like 80s, 90s music people. All right. So this show, it's all for Prince. There we go. I'm going to just wait for the whole chat to start chiming in. All right. We'll keep going. Hey, I am your host, Danni Ackerman, also known as the Danni App. That is because of my nearly 2 decades selling on eBay and e-commerce, as well as my lifetime in the resale business. So what I do is I help online sellers who are struggling with slow sales and discouragement, and I help you turn yourself around from an online yard sale to a profitable e-commerce business. And we do that, a lot of that right here on the show. I show you some real steps you can take to improve your listings and your sales. We look at some hot sales, you know, the sellers that got it right. And, of course, we have a little fun. We play a little game of Pick It or Pass It. And that is where you can win some really cool prizes by simply guessing after I show you something that it's in its natural habitat, a thrift store, and tell me what it is and did I pick it or pass it? So we're having a lot of fun with that. We are live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I have to say that now because Arizona's all wonky with us again. Used to be the same, but I have to throw that daylight time in there. And we are here at the VegasVideoNetwork.com/live. We have a live chat. And I see I have a few new names in the live chat this week. And welcome. Who did I see in there? Mers Kelly, welcome. Thought you were here a little bit late because we, replay the show before the show. Last week's show plays, so she thought she'd caught the very end. But no, you are right on time. So welcome. And all my regulars in there, Matt and Lisa and Sandra and Beth. Yay. So glad you guys made it today. Okay, you all shop at them, you treasure hunt, you look for those gems that you can buy low, sell high, and that's we call ourselves thrifters, and that's not because we save money, that's because we shop in them. So my guest today, and I love saying this, she was voted, let me get my little thing, one of the top 100 women by the readers of My Vegas magazine. And she's truly in here. I got my little bookmark here. She's in some really good company in here. And they also did a write-up of, these bookmarks don't work so good, the thrift store that she runs called Dinosaurs Roses. And really nice write-up. And I'm going to read this. She's going to let me keep this. This is my guest, Michele Madison. Welcome. And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun before the show even started because you guys might notice the set is a little different today because she brought goodies that have been donated to the thrift store. Treasures,
yes.
Treasures, goodies, love it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that stuff today. But I know that I'm not the only one with this question. And I must confess, I cheated and found the answer. But I'm sure my audience would love to know, how did you come up with the name Dinosaurs and Roses?
Well, we take the dinosaurs that live in your closet, your attic, your garage, your cupboards, hidden underneath the mattress, sewn into a suit jacket, and we turn them into roses waiting to be picked by someone else.
I love that. Isn't that cool, you guys?
And it was a name that we felt that, people would remember. Everybody says Dinosaurs and Roses, Guns and Roses, but then as soon as they see the dinosaur, they know it's us.
And I love that nothing's extinct until we say it is.
That's right, and nothing really ever gets extinct because it usually flies out the door.
Yeah, that's awesome. So there you go. That's Dinosaurs and Roses. Now you, and maybe it wasn't so recently, but in my brain it's recently, I went to your original location, which was on Sahara.
Actually, I'm going to correct you. That was on Charleston and Jones. That was the original 2-story building. We had the big downstairs and the art galleries upstairs.
I bought a lot of stuff there, and then I saw it close, and I didn't keep tabs on things. And then it's I drove by the store on Tropicana. I'm like, they're still there. Yay!
Here we are, yes. It took a while for us to find a good spot. Because we're a nonprofit, we have to really look for that reduced rent and something that someone wants to give back to the community. So we were able to secure a space on Trop 95, and it's really easily accessible for everyone in Vegas.
Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Oh, good.
I got to go in and peruse, and I got my one little treasure here I just had to bring to the show. I was going to do it for a pick it or pass it, but no, I had to bring it. And for those who can't quite see that, that would be 2 gentlemen milking a cow with it's a really funky old picture, and I just love it. This isn't going anywhere. It's mine now.
Oh, goody. I love when you find a treasure that you can relate to and hold on to, and it means something for you.
Yeah. And there's something about going into the thrift store, and my viewers know this, is it's the hunt. It's the thrill of the hunt.
Yes, it is.
You can sniff out that stuff.
And, there's so many things that would remind us of a childhood, or, for me, this is going to sound crazy, but you have to be a little nuts to be in this business anyway. I always get a feeling like, oh my gosh, this must be from a past life, or, or something that maybe I saw in my grandma's house, or, some feeling, especially when it's old and you pick up it and you get the vibe and you go, oh, this has a great vibe, or this is a real scary vibe.
No, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, that, that whole, I love the history of things.
Absolutely.
I collect glass. And glass is beautiful, but for me, it's you take 100-year-old piece of glass. And this, somebody used this. Can you imagine using a glass table setting with a family nowadays?
Right.
Chipped, gone.
I know. Finished. Well, you should come to my secret stash and see what I have.
Oh, and we're going to talk about that a little more. Secret. I like the word secret stash. I like that. So let's go back a little bit. So thrift stores, for the most part, are usually associated with a charity. And you run yours a little differently. You don't just have one charity that you represent.
Right.
So how does that work?
So there are many different ways our charity works. First of all, in conjunction with the community, we have a coupon program on our website where you can go and pick one of our partnering charities, print out a coupon, come into our shop, and then shop for that particular charity. So if, let's say you're an animal lover, we have several, a Home for Spot, Animal Foundation, we have Cats Incorporated, we have several animals organizations. You come in, let's say you spend $100, you're going to know that $20 of that sale is going to go right to them.
That's awesome.
And we send our checks once a month, and we love when people come in with coupons because it lets us know the community is then saying and telling us their feeling of what they're passionate about.
So say I have a charity that I'm really bonded to, and they're not right now represented. Will you add them? How do you do that?
Absolutely. All you have to do is contact us and say, we want to be one of your community partners, and boom, no questions asked, you're in.
Then maybe you have the lion habitat?
No, I have been dying to get out there.
Oh, you simply must.
I have to, because I have heard about that, and I just, you're so busy and you just never get the time, but I've got to go, and I'd like to surprise my husband, because he loves cats and lions and animals, and in fact, he went to safari in Africa without me, and was mesmerized by the lions. So
you'll love it.
Yes,
you'll love it.
DeVore, I'm going to take you to the lion habitat.
I mention them a lot because I happen to know that they're struggling a bit, and we're getting a little off tangent, but it has to do with that emotional feel of why people love to buy from charity. But they house the MGM lions here in Vegas. That they took down the lion habitat at the MGM, and those lions needed a home.
Right.
These people stepped up and provided a sanctuary for those lions.
Wow.
MGM says, okay, we'll pay to support you for 20 lions for their lifetime. Well, you know how things go. It exploded, and now they've got like 40 lions, but there's only 10 of those original left that MGM is supporting. So they depend on...
Well, you tell those people to contact me. We can. So let me go back to the original question.
Sure.
So we can have fundraisers for our charities, our partner charities, and we do have 4 stores now. So we have a thrift store. We have some boutique stores, which we'll talk about in the show. And we can host fundraisers, wine and cheese, lemonade, cookies and milk, whatever it is. We invite everyone that has a cause and a love. We just real quick story. We recently had a young girl who found a rescue that got hit by a car that was abandoned, and we made a little fundraiser for her.
Nice.
She wasn't a charity. She wasn't anybody that anybody knew, but we raised enough money to help her little puppy get his operation. And
that's awesome.
That's what we're all about. We like to touch the community one life at a time. And then for our own charity that we have, that we support, if you don't come in and shop for someone else, we have an outreach program where every Monday, if you are a person in need, you can come with a referral form, and we will give you all the free things that you need.
That's
the essentials,
awesome.
Clothes, shoes, backpacks for your children. And you can write into us and tell us your story, and we will put it on our giving committee. But we do have several organizations like Help of Southern Nevada, Nevada 211, Jewish Family Services, Catholic Charities, the Problem Gambling Center, Mind and Body Solutions, East Valley, Care. A lot of these registered agencies that are there to support come to us and say, please help our clients, because there's nowhere in this town that you can walk in and say, I'm in desperate need of a pair of jeans. Or we have clergy that call us that say people would like a suit to go, or a fancy dress to go to services, to worship. And we don't turn anybody away.
That's awesome. I love it. And see, and that's what I love too about not just, shopping at thrift stores to find stuff for me or to sell. It's that it really is going to a better purpose. So that's crazy. Cool. And it kind of leads to my next little series of questions. And these came in from mostly the Appsters. We asked this, had a little conversation before you came on. Now, that's one of the perks of being an Appsters is I ask you what questions. We get to those first, just saying. So they want to know how you get your stuff. And I'm assuming, people donate.
Right. Well, we get our stuff in various ways. So first of all, there's the person who says, I'm purging, I'm driving to other stores that shall not be named at this moment. And I say, no, come to us and drop off. So that's one way. If you have an entire household, we'll come pick up. Sometimes people lose a loved one and they want to know that their items are going to be handled with dignity. And this is a person's life. I personally go in when someone passes and I assess the situation and get everything together. And you can feel the warmth and the love, and you walk in. I remember the first house I did was a gentleman, and all over his wall was pictures of him and his grandchildren and his wife. And you could just see that this is a person's life. This is not someone's junk, that needs to be taken lightly. It needs to be cherished and respected and cared for in a proper way. so that it can continue to live on in someone else's life.
Right.
And so we get a lot of our estates. We get people that call and say, because we do support so many charities, we'd like a piece of this to go here, or we'd like, we love what you're doing in the community, which, thankfully, which is what I was recognized for, because we do help so many people that are just down on their luck.
Yeah.
So we're
that's
really
a lot
lucky.
of people too.
It is
a lot of people.
So we're really
you.
lucky. We get a lot of word of mouth and people that know that we respect. The issue here is the respect.
Yeah. So you obviously you get a lot of stuff coming in. So how do you sort all this stuff? What is your process? How does that work? Give them kind of like the little behind the scenes.
Okay, so behind the scenes. We also have a program that we work very closely with the Juvenile Justice Department. And that's another one of my favorite things. I love to rehab with these kids that have, really started going the wrong way. Mm-hmm. And, I'm from these old European households where, you work. I have an amazing work ethic, and I love to teach the children and the young adults what a work ethic is. So we put them back there, and we start with, okay, now sort all the shirts together, all the pants together, all the dishes together. So that's the first process, is we go in the back, we sort, categorize. And then someone who has experience goes through it and says, wow, this is a Versace tie that got tossed into the, not so good things. And then we do a second sorting, and then it gets out on the floor. And that's our sorting process. And then there are certain items that we feel need research, which is some of these goodies that I brought today. And that goes to our eBay division. And then Jessica, who runs that, checks it out and, does the eBay thing.
And so I'm sure, my eBay sellers go, oh, great. They're pulling all the good stuff out. And we were talking about the show. I've been in the back of those thrift stores. No, you cannot get all the good stuff. And it's a time thing too.
Yes.
You're going to go with the obvious.
Right. So, obviously if it's a Chanel purse, it's not going to end up in the thrift store because someone is not going to pay. We just had a Chanel purse sell, a reel with the certificate and everything else on our eBay. They're going to want to pay $20 for that. And unfortunately, fortunately for us, we're running a charity here. We've got to get the most we can get. But there are so many things that are treasures that are in the store that when I go in there, because, I'm busy at the corporate office, so I'm not there every day. I go there every so often. I go, oh my gosh, you put $2 on that? Oh my goodness. It's like one of those type of situations. So there, check back often. Every Wednesday, we have hotels that give us the things that people leave behind.
Oh.
Now, that's the best. Okay, so.
And how fast does that get on the floor?
Thursday.
Okay, I'm there.
So,
wait, I got a show.
So, yeah, that's a good one, because sometimes we find a lot of X-rated things that we cannot put on.
We won't go there.
Right. So, someone will go, ooh, what's this? Throw it out. But
recycle plastic.
Exactly. So we do get some goodies there, and then but we do get some great things. People shop at the Crystals shopping mall and forget their packages.
Yeah, and what are they going to do if they don't claim it? They don't call. They don't say.
It goes to us. It goes to charity.
Awesome.
And you know how many Las Vegas mugs and things people get T-shirts. We get some really cool things.
You probably get a lot of phone chargers too.
Oh. If you need a phone charger, come on down.
5 of them might be mine.
Exactly. We do get a lot of phone chargers and a lot of the obvious things.
Yeah.
But, this was the best. Last year we got an amazing lambskin jacket. And inside the pocket was money from India. And I was like, oh my God, it must be millions. It was their money's 10,000 of this equals, 50 cents. And we ended up with $95 translated, but it was fun. It was fun. And for a moment you thought like, oh God, this must be millions, but
yeah, because it's a lot of cash.
And there are a lot of times that we don't get to check the pockets, and people come to us and say, I just bought that red coat and there was $100 bill inside. And what do you want me to do with it? And I only paid $10 for the jacket. And then there are people that sometimes don't say that, which is fine too, because if it's in the jacket, it's yours. That's my theory. So
I think it all, it goes around, comes around kind of a thing. Because I know, and several of my viewers have shared the story where they bought something, incredibly inexpensive at a thrift store, and it sold for hundreds, and they went back to the thrift store and gave them more money.
Right.
So we got good eBay sellers.
Exactly.
They will do that. Pricing. How do you determine how you price? Do you have kind of like a standard for like items, or what do you do?
Well, okay, if you would have asked me that 7 years ago, I would have said we pull all the prices out of our butt. But now, after doing this for 7 years, you kind of have a general idea. You've seen it all at this point. Well, not at all, but you've seen it all. And so we do our best. We have luckily we have some staff that's been there for quite a while that have seen things come and go. Sometimes the community service people try to help and they put the wrong prices on. Whether it's too low, good for you. If it's too high, you just come up to the counter and say, hey, you know what? I don't really want to pay $10 for this. Will you take $5 because I really believe it's worth $5? We say sure.
Yeah, and that's here's the big difference between like the big chains like Savers and Goodwill and Salvation Army. They're not going to dicker prices with you. The little independents like yours, ask, what do you have to, even if they don't, you have a sign posted in your store.
Yes, we do. We do have a sign that say, we'll accept any reasonable offer or please, everything's negotiable. Because when you find that item that you love, that sings to you and speaks to you, we want you to take it home. We don't have a museum. We would get it out of here so we can put something else out.
Right. That's such a good attitude. I was at the antique mall, who I won't name the name of it, but so many of those dealers were there for show and tell instead of to sell.
Exactly. It amazes me when I travel all over the world. The first thing I do, I say to my husband, come on, let's go to the thrift store. He's like, oh no, not that. But I love
honey, I know you're watching. See, it's not just me. Okay, I had to get that out.
It's funny, and I say, come on, I gotta see. The best was when we went to Stillwater, Minnesota, and that's like a place where if anybody is from there, they have a great thrift shops there. Mm-hmm. And I go and then I take pictures of how things are laid out and how it looks, and and I went and I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to pay $8 for this. They're like, no.
Right.
It's like, good, then hold on to it for another year. Otherwise, I'll take it back to Vegas with me. Yeah. Recently, I've been through a lot of thrift stores in Portland, Oregon. I have a son that lives there. So when I go there, I was bringing an extra suitcase, and they have great garage sales there too. Mm. And a lot of the stuff, believe it or not, that comes from the stores, I'm sorry, I'm such a junkie. I'm sorry, I go to these thrift stores when I travel all over the world, and I have brought things back. I went to Hawaii, and I know someone in this industry that loves tiki mugs. Mm-hmm. And I went and I bought a whole slew of them and put them in the store and let him know, come get your tiki mugs.
Yeah. So you know your customers.
I know my customers, yes.
You know your customers. So I'm watching the time going, oh my gosh, we have more questions. I want to be sure and get to some of these because people want to know. So you determine your pricing, you put it out there. Now the thing is sat there, and you talk a little bit about you're there to sell. What happens when it doesn't sell? How often do you kind of revamp and pull?
Well, if it's not selling, usually we'll pack it up and put it in the back and take it out next year. Because next year the buyer will come back and say, oh, last year you had this. And and if it's something that is really odd, that we may just leave it there for I have some things, I swear, from day one that we've opened up,
and you've got the room to do that, so it's not and because I always tell them don't hold on to stuff, but they're paying for the stuff. You're not paying. It's not costing you anything to store it.
But it's taking up real estate. So we do, and I'll tell you the other secret: if you move things around, people maybe
Oh, yeah.
might, it's like sort of seeing the forest for the trees. You need to get in there and see the trees for the forest. So if you move things around, chances are things will sell. But, if it's really, especially like with clothes, we end up donating so much of it, it doesn't stick around too long if it doesn't sell.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing.
And then that's how we also repurpose and recycle and save the planet, by giving it away to someone else.
So here's the big question.
Go ahead.
That's what they are all, I saved it toward the end here, keep you on your end of your seats.
Okay.
What do you think of these resellers, these eBay and Amazon sellers who come in there to find stuff that you've underpriced?
Can you see me? I welcome you with open arms. Call me for a private shopping trip.
You got that? Come to Vegas and get a private shopping trip.
Get a private shopping trip with me if you're only here after hours. We're a charity, number one. We have programs and people that are in need. I love resellers because they know their business. They know their stuff. They know what they want. They know what's going to sell in there. Maybe you have someone that only collects antiques or clothes. Or, I have a secret stash of antiques if anybody is interested in those antiques.
No, you can't have them. They're mine.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
So, but, if you come in or you contact me first and say, hey, you know what, Michele, I'm looking for this, or this. Do you have it? Or when you get it, save it for me. I'm all about that. I am all about it. And resellers, we love you. Come on in. I welcome you. And we'll give you special pricing, knowing that you have to resell it. You got to live and make a buck too. So come on down.
See, I'm sure they're so happy to hear that. And even a lot of them are not here in Vegas, but I want them to know that there's more thrift store operators out there like you. You're not just a one of a kind, that this is about this giving and charity and turning this stuff and making money for many, many. Go find your independent thrift stores, because it's harder for you guys probably to get built up and get the stuff.
You can't imagine. The big boys have the big names.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the one location on Trop and 95, and then we have another one that's just opening on Commerce and Craig for the people that are in the northwest side of town. But the people that come to visit, or the people that are looking for that specific thing, write into me, call me, tell me. I'll save it for you. You can shop over the phone with me. We'll ship it to you. Go on our eBay store. It's there.
That's right. And we're like, we probably don't have time to really get heavily into it, but you do sell some things on eBay.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, which makes sense. Makes sense.
It all goes for the charity. So whatever's for the greater good, we're all about it.
Yeah, and I was noticing, because I did pull up your listings, and I was noticing you don't have your own store there for Giving Works, so that it can just go back with. Yeah.
I don't know what Giving Works is.
Oh, yeah. See, we're going to talk. Actually, I think they've changed the name. I think it's now eBay Charity or eBay Giving something. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows it. But I'll get you all the scoop on that.
Okay. I'll hook it up right away.
Special perks. Because then not only your own store you can use that on, but if others want to support you, no matter where they are, they can choose your charity to give a percentage of their sales to.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm there. Sign me up.
It's a really cool thing. Mm-hmm. And what we were talking about when we first began, people love the emotional feeling of giving and being able to contribute and do that. So people buy more often, not more often, what's the word I'm looking for? They're more likely to buy from that store that is offering a percentage to charity. Yeah, so it helps your sales.
You want to feel good about it.
Oh, I forgot we have pictures.
Oh, great. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's my beautiful store.
It is.
But you see here, you can get purchases you can feel really good about.
Mm-hmm. And you have furniture.
We have
and
furniture
art.
and art and knickknacks and just like amazing things.
Electronics and books.
And books. For those people that love books, oh boy. We have lots of books.
And shoes.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we had a couple pairs of Gucci shoes sneak through for $5. I noticed that. It happens.
It happens.
That's why you got to get out there and see what you got.
That's right. So you know what I'm thinking?
What?
I am thinking, so I have an event coming up July 30th. It's called the More Fun, Bigger Profits.
Okay.
So the second day, I take a special group of people out to do something fun. I'm thinking maybe we come shop your secret stash.
I think that's a great idea.
I think we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that, and we can find some things to hide as gifts in the pockets of things so people...
Oh,
Yeah, we can make this really fun.
Incentives.
So
I
people
like
need
that.
to sign up for that.
I like that. So you say that you are on eBay, and I had seen that, and I wanted to offer a gift to you, and that is I want Dinosaur and Roses to become an Appster member.
Okay.
So we will give you full access to the Niche to Profit Academy to help out on your eBay side of things.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
You got it. And you're going to stick around.
I'm going to be here
for the whole show,
yeah,
and
I'm going to
be my Vanna toward the end.
Your co-host, your
I
Robin,
love
your
it.
sidekick, just
So
anything I can do.
we're going to take a quick break and come back and help some sellers get their stuff sold.
Awesome.
At Neon Brand, we take care of all your online marketing. We build websites, perform search engine optimization, run social media campaigns, and produce high-quality photos and videos. We look at it like we're a one-stop shop for all your online marketing needs. We pride ourselves on quality work. Every website we build gets the utmost attention to detail and uses the latest in code and technology in order to ensure that your site stays relevant for the long term. Social media takes constant monitoring and engagement, and we have just the team to handle it for you. A killer video or photo shoot will take your product or service to a whole nother level. Don't believe me? 3 words, Dollar Shave Club. Google it. If you're looking to get more customers through the internet, give us a call. We'll set up a free consultation and review your business needs, and then decide on a plan that will help you accomplish your online marketing goals. I'm Kenny, this is Neon Brand, and we're here to help you succeed online.
Arg. It's my pirate music there. All right. It's kind of an arg when that stuff just won't sell and you think it should sell. So we're gonna cover a couple of those today. So let's see. We have this. This is from Nancy. Nancy, are you in the chat? I haven't looked to see. I don't see Nancy. All right. So we're going to cover. This is from Nancy Modab, who is My E Bazaar. And this is an Oakley bikini top, bottom size S, striped pink blast swimwear swimsuit. That's a lot in that title. So I have to tell you, when I first looked at the title, I hadn't looked at the picture yet. I first looked at the title and I thought it was just the top because it says Oakley bikini top. And I suspect this is coming up a lot for people who are just looking for a top, and then that's not what they want, so they move on. So you're probably getting impressions that are counting against you because the wrong people are seeing it. So I would really tighten up this title to Oakley swimwear bikini, size small, swimsuit. And I would divide the words swim and suit just to make it a little different so that it's just shortened up, more specific to somebody who is looking for that. Now, I would bring your price down under the $30 mark. I don't say that too often. I don't say drop a price too often, but in this case, from what I saw, these are not selling for top dollar like they used to anymore. So I'd go $29.95. $29.95. Pictures are good. The only other thing I noted, and maybe Michelle, you can back me up on this one. The top looks okay, but I
could be a little faded.
The legs on this mannequin, it makes it look a little wonky. Let's just say that. And I noticed that you sell a lot of swimwear, so it might be time to get a mannequin that really shows off that swimwear. If that's going to be your niche, you want to make it look as good as possible, because I'm telling you, people look at the clothing and try to imagine it on themselves by the pictures. And so even though it's on a mannequin, don't use common sense here, because come on, we know people don't have common sense when they shop. But they're going to go, ooh, that looks funny. That's going to look funny on me. So it's like a psychology thing. So I would just, if you're going to do bathing suits, find it. I don't know. There's just something off with that. Poor top's fine. The bottom, yeah, not so much.
My favorite mannequin place is Store Supply Warehouse.
Ooh,
they have great mannequins there and good prices too, and they're online and it ships right to your door the next day. So
oh, nice.
So for the bikini lady, go take a peek at that.
For clothing, the mannequin is so important.
It is.
We have Beth, who specializes in plus size clothing, but she got a skinny mannequin.
Yeah.
So I just gave her that tip last week. It's like, time to get a plus size mannequin.
Put some pillows in there too.
Or
Make her a little chubby.
There we go. Some pillows. Yeah. But yeah, people really want to get an idea of what it's going to look like on them. So good point. Let's do one more. Let's see here. This, Gail, so cute. She put this out on the Niche to Profit Facebook group and got some advice. Did not wait for mine. So she had this. Let me just tell you, she had this before with Lily Pulitzer, Zero, Bustier, Halter Top, Juice Bar, Tropical Print. She ended that listing and then relisted it this way as Bustier, Halter Top, Lily Pulitzer, XS, Juice Bar, Tropical. I'm going to have you tighten up that title a little bit more. Lily Pulitzer is a really important part to put at the very beginning. That is a sought after brand. And when people are searching that, they're putting that first. So the other thing that I found, Juice Bar is actually, some people put Juice Bar in for the search if they're looking for this. So I would call this Lily Pulitzer Juice Bar Bustier Halter Top size 0, because you're going to get the people looking. They don't know if they want a top or a bottom or what, but they know they want that Juice Bar print.
Yeah, and the name too.
And obviously. So they want Lily Pulitzer Juice Bar. They put that in. Yours is going to come up. Then they see, oh, it's a Bustier Halter Top. I like that. Take out the tropical print, the citrus, palm trees. The person who would put that in doesn't know that they want the Lily Pulitzer Juice Bar, and they're not going to pay as much.
They may not want the palm trees, but then when they see it, go, I got to have it.
Yeah. And so the other thing, there's only 3 pictures here. I would add another picture just straight on front, because there's just that little angled picture. So you want one that's kind of right. Do they zoom? They're not zooming. Ooh, this one's zooming. Why isn't this one zooming? This one doesn't want to zoom unless it's just an eBay thing. But yeah, make sure those pictures are big enough to zoom, zoom, zoom. I mean, I'd add 2 pictures. I would add the straight on front view, and I would also do a close-up of the print. Close-up of the print, just so people can see what's in the fabric. So, and I would put the price. Well, I'm going to give 2 pieces of advice on this. So either do $39.95 and add best offer, or bring it down to $29.95 without. $30.95 is psychologically, that is way more than $29.95 when it's only $1. But I mean, this is a retail strategy, you know.
I know it. Yeah.
You get it $29.95, people see 20.
Right.
They don't see 30. So just a little price tip there. But I think most important is the keywords in the title. Go back to your Lily Pulitzer Juice Bar. And it also is a size 0. I would not play with putting extra small in the title. Here it is right here. It is a size 0. Your size 0 person is going to be shopping for size 0.
That's correct.
They are. So there's my little tip. So how about we look at a couple sellers who got it right. Oh, he's not going to do my little bow chicka wow wow. He normally does that, yes. Yeah, see, he's just forgetting to push the buttons today. It's okay. There we go. Yeah.
Now it's all better.
He makes fun of my 80s music. I keep telling him I'm scoping out where I'm going to hang the disco ball. It's coming.
Let me know, we'll have the party.
Awesome. He says no. I say, it's coming. Watch me. All right, this is so cool because I love when this happens. Some of you have watched the show for a while, may recognize these little characters here. This was in our Why Won't They Buy segment a couple months ago.
Somebody out there's got to have that.
Yeah, for sure, and they did. This is John F. Kennedy, JFK, and Jackie Dolls, and she had them priced at $59.49. paid $10. Paid $10 for them. They sold $59.49. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah. Political stuff. I don't know. For some reason, people are buying political stuff right now. Just saying. All right. Next, this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. This is how you turn $3 into $175. Now, this is in Canadian money. You know what? I can fix that right here. You guys know how to fix that? If you ever pull up a .ca listing, you can just go. Now watch it not work live. This should work. Okay, this is a Persian enamel on copper bowl, signed Repoussé Islamic Antique 1900. Donna finds the coolest stuff. She's up in Canada. Hey, we got slow internet around here. Just saying. I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay, so Persian enamel on copper bowl. She paid, like, what did she say? It was like $2.30 Canadian, which is $3-ish. $299.99. Beautiful pictures. Oh, and here's the cool thing. She says the same lady bought 5 things totaling $337.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, all of them cost her together $32.30 Canadian. So what is that, like, $50, $60?
Right.
I'm not doing math here on the show. I'm just not doing math. So some of you were asking how I changed that from the Canadian to the U.S. dollar. Up in the URL, let's see if I can. I can't lower the URL down. So up in your URL, when it's a Canadian listing, it'll say ebay.ca. And to see it in the U.S. dollars, you just change it to .com instead of .ca. Yep. Easy peasy. All right. So excellent job. I think Donna gets a lot of her stuff at local auctions, and she has a good eye. She's a really good eye, and she's niched in this really beautiful, cool centerpiecey kind of stuff.
Well, it's like when I go to a thrift, when I go to an estate sale or I go to a yard sale, there's something I brought in that is a steal that I don't know if you want to spend a minute showing it.
Which is this one?
No. Oh. That little music thing that played music. That little.
Where did it go?
Where did
it go? Oh, I've got it artfully positioned
against
the wall.
There it is. If you want to just pull it real quick, I'm going to tell you a quick story about that so that people can look when they find something that is made in Italy. Okay, I bought that for $2, and we researched it, and it's worth about $400.
Yes, I'll be more careful with it now. I'm just tossing it around here now. Yeah,
and it's a music box.
It's
See
beautiful.
what it does? You just pull the string at the bottom,
string,
and it plays music.
Yeah, I don't know if you say it, Rouge. Really good name.
Yes,
really good name.
So.
Yeah. Love it. Love this story. It'll start playing music. All right. Oh, so I'm looking like we so have to get together. Like, you got cool stuff. We're gonna have some fun, and you like thrifting, but we have to let these people play a little pick it or pass it. But first, we're gonna do a quick commercial. Meet Lucy. Lucy's an eBay seller, and she needs to sell more stuff. But Lucy has a problem. She's frustrated with slow sales and confusing changes eBay keeps making. So Lucy searches online for a solution, how to make more money on eBay. And she discovers the Niche to Profit Academy. Real-time help for struggling eBay sellers. Step-by-step, easy-to-follow solutions. Help when you need it so you can focus on selling more stuff. Problem solved. Now Lucy can list with confidence and make more money. Simply come join at
niche2profitacademy.com and start increasing your sales and feeling less confused. niche2profitacademy.com. Use the code SHOW30 for a free 30-day trial.
There, that little modern jazzy piano there. Oh, does that make you feel better over there? Just saying. I have to tell you a really quick, funny story. So my son watched the show all the way through last week from my mom's house. And the kids have their own bathroom. And I don't go in there very often. We just don't. But I happened to go in there. And in the mirror, he had written, "Here's Lucy. She was here." I just cracked up. It's like the boy was paying attention.
That's good.
Gotta love him. He's almost 11. He's 2 more weeks. He's 11, but still
nice.
10. So here's where we have a little fun. I'm gonna let you be my Vanna.
Oh, yay!
So you get to show them what they're
Okay.
gonna win. So Vanna, tell us what they can win.
Well,
yes,
you can win this fantastic tote bag. Feels like 100% cotton with a magnificent multicolored logo, and great to put the bargains. Great to put the bargains that you're going to pick up at the Dinosaurs and Roses thrift shop,
Oh, she's good.
or in any of the other fabulous places to get some treasures. So
Yes,
let's
yeah.
see who's going to win that.
All right. Or we can get the...
Or you can get this fantastic, beautiful ceramic mug with a cash cow in
They
it.
don't get my cash cow.
Oh, they don't get the cash cow.
No, you got to
Okay.
get your own cash cow.
Get your own cash cow. But anyway, this will wake you up in the morning so that you can get up really early to go to all those fabulous yard sales that are in your neighborhood. Get you up early, look online, look at the newspaper, Craigslist, so forth and so on. You can drink from the cup. Remind yourself, this is the day you are going to find that treasure. And again, a
good.
beautiful multicolored cup, probably very dishwasher safe. So you're good to go.
We have some of these out in the wild.
Do you?
See. Yeah. Oh, there's Matt at his workstation there. Previous winner. There's Marie. She's been a triple winner, by the way.
Really?
She's won all. I'm gonna have to come up with a new prize for her.
Oh, boy.
There's Mike Q with his tote bag and his Vegas Video Network visor. Maybe I could get some of those off of Scott if you really wanted one of those. But I'm sure they want the coveted business review, though. I've had those coming in like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where I personally go through 25 points in your business everywhere, social media, your brand, your logos, your listings, everything, and give you real actionable steps to improve your business. So that is a prize I added a few weeks ago.
Can I win that?
Yes, when you play next week and get your entry. Of course you can. So that's the cool thing is there's 2 ways to win.
Okay.
You can guess, did I pick it? Did I pass it? And if you're right, that's 1 entry. And if you don't even want to guess that, if you just want to tell me what the thing is because you know what it is, that's another entry. So we had several entries this week. So let's see here. Get my little handy dandy covered wagon. Oh, and last week, by the way, was these Nemaji pottery vases, pots. And most of you got it right. A couple people did say I picked it, but I didn't because
I was going to guess pass too.
Yes. There are some that are worth some money. I'll show you. I did a quick sold search. What you got to look for is big, fancy colors, like this one, multiple colors. But even then, they're simply not going for big. That's 10.5 inches tall, and it's sold for under $52.
Cost a fortune to ship too. So if you can offer free shipping or
so I pass on these. I pass. Yeah, here's one $49.95, free shipping. So not making a lot of money there. Not making a lot of money. So we have Carol Hearn. Thought I'd answer the picker pass from episode 47, but I don't see that I sent an email. These are Nemaji pots or vases. Large, colorful ones can be worth buying, but I imagine you passed on these. I did. And we got your entry this time. So she's got 2 entries. Keith Bowman, Namaji Pottery, passed it. Good job. I love when the guys play and get it right. I'm telling you. It's awesome. John Reese, Namaji Pottery. Now, John guessed that I picked it because he said, my wife has continued success in selling Namaji Pottery at our mall booths. She's done a lot of research on it, and we actually found a book written on Namaji. The best part of the book is the various marks used with date ranges. And I can imagine if, and that makes sense, in person, no shipping.
Right.
These would do well.
Yeah. And they're probably very fragile and delicate, so the bubble wrap, and it's going to be huge that you're going to need to stuff that with.
Mary Van Reynes, I believe Danny passed, as they appear to be a common color and size shape, especially at $5 each. I did, Mary. Good job. Linda, without a last name. So if you win, Linda, I hope you will send me your last name as well. Namaji Pottery, for this particular piece, I think you passed. Some bring good money, but are larger and much more colorful. Yep. There are some really beautiful ones. Those are the ones that it's a rarity thing. Harder it is to find, the more it's going to be worth.
Right.
Katerina, Namaji, Indian River, Pottery Vase, Southwestern Art. Danny passed. You guys are getting it.
It's great when it's great when your audience knows you.
Yep. Mostly appsters. They've learned. Melanie Campbell, I see there are several names attached to similar vases bowls on eBay. I found Nilluwook, Little Oya, and Desert Sands. Most are not selling very much. The ones that are selling for good prices are Nilluwook, but are much more colorful than this one. I would pass on it because I don't think there would be enough interest in it. It's too plain looking, so not a good investment. Unfortunately, the word I needed was Namaji, but you said I passed it, so you still get into the drawing. Marie Rivers, last 3 entries have not made it on the show. We'll have to look into that. But you know what I'm going to do for you, Marie? Since you guessed it's Namaji Pottery, I think you passed. I'm going to put you in 1, 2, and we're going to give you 1 since we missed the last 2 weeks. How's that?
So nice to be fair to people.
Yeah, we got to be fair. Rosvita Burrows, Namaji Pottery from Minnesota. And I think you passed. They typically don't sell for much. I'm going to be in Minnesota at the Midwest Ecom Conference on, I think that is around the 23rd. I got to check my calendar, whatever that weekend is there. I'll be there. So if you are in the Midwest, get to that conference.
Make sure you go to the thrift stores there.
Oh, absolutely.
Clean those puppies out.
Absolutely. Oops. That was Linda's second one. I forgot to get in there. Donna Jones, it is Namaji Pottery, sells for around $69 to $100, so I say you picked it. It does not sell for $69 to $100. There are some anomalies that go up there, but for the most part, on average, no. But you knew what it was, so you're in the drawing. And Janice Wenning, Namaji Pottery must have the back stamp to be worth it. Indian profile with Namaji Pottery around it. Good to know. Seems the going rate for smaller vessels is $30 or less, including shipping. These are not particularly interesting shapes or colors. If not large, I'd say you passed. You are spot on. And thank you for giving us that information on the mark. All right. Let me go shake these up. Okay, that's just a bookmark. It's not an entry. Had to make sure there. Don't want to leave anybody out. All right. Would you be so kind as to pick our winner?
I would love to. Okay, here comes the winner. Here's
that looks
the
like
winner.
A good one. And it is Janice Wenning. Janice. First time winner. So you know the drill if you've been watching. Just send me your prize choice to niche to profit at vegasvideonetwork.com. Niche to profit at vegasvideonetwork.com. All right. Now for this week's item. This one should be pretty easy. Come on, guys. Here's the clues. She is Peter Pan's sidekick. Although it is filled with water, you don't want to call it that when listing. That's a big clue, you guys, because if you send me the water one, it's not going to count. It was $5. Did I pick it or pass it? Now, I'm going to give a little caveat. so you don't make your decision based on this. Most of you know in my Utterly Good Stuff ID, I sell high-end antique collectibles, glass, and this definitely would not fit. I would not list this there, but keep in mind, I have 5 eBay stores. So I'm just saying. All right. So there's your clues. Send your answers to niche2profit at vegasvideonetwork.com. Niche2profit at vegasvideonetwork.com. Get those in. Remember, tell me what it is. There's 2 really important words there that I'm looking for. And did I pick it or did I pass it? And then you will have your chance to win the groovy prizes. So we have just a couple minutes left. I want to, again, invite everyone over to the Niche to Profit Academy. Now more than ever is the time to get in there because there's some really special stuff happening, especially if you live in the Las Vegas area. That being an appster right now is going to be very, very profitable for you. Okay, so you want to get in there. We just did our webinar. We do a webinar every month. We just went through all of the eBay seller changes yesterday, piece by piece by piece. And that is something I do for you guys. If you don't have to go and be worried, upset, frantic, all of those words, and trying to figure out what something means for your business. I go through, I get you the answers. If I don't have the answers, I have my contacts at eBay. I can get those answers for you. And we make sure that you can just keep running your business and not be worrying about all this stuff you hear out on Facebook. Hey, I'm the Mythbusters of eBay. That's it. I am your Mythbuster, okay? I will test it. I will find the answers for you, all that good stuff. So we got that. Oh, yes. And you guys still don't believe me and you need to just check it out, for a month? Come on in. Use the code SHOW30. You go to niche2profitacademy.com. Use the code SHOW30. I'll give you a month for free. Check it out. All right. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Oh, we're going to take it out with some Prince. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're going to have you back. This was totally fun.
Anytime. I would love to be your co-host anytime you need one.
You got it.
Okay, girl.
All right. And if you've missed one of the shows along the way, because we've got like 48 of them now. Ooh, that was good timing. You can go back to places like iTunes, Stitcher, Chromecast, Apple TV, Google TV, Roku. Oh, gosh, YouTube, both on the Danni app channel and the Vegas Video Network channel. Oh, and yeah, we're all over Facebook and Twitter and everywhere. So no excuses for missing any of those shows. Now, with that, everyone, thank you again for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Now, go be profitable and make it fun. Go crazy. Let's get